But the notification didn't ask me to reflect on where God was faithful in my life. It framed this year to almost entirely look at what went wrong in my life, or everything that happened wrong in the world that we live in. And the reality is that if we let culture, if we let news or social media be the primary lens in which we reflect on this year, then it makes sense why people want to start over. I don't blame you. I would want to start over too. Because you don't have to look too far for bad news. You can look on your Facebook feed, on your Instagram feed, on your TikTok feed. You can look everywhere and see there's bad news everywhere. There's bad news everywhere. You know, I was challenged with this question. I believe, I was in my prayer time preparing for this, and one of the ways that it was really clicking for me is, man, if you had a friend that told you everything that you probably saw on your Facebook feed, on your Instagram feed, on the news, would they still be your friend? Will you still confide in them? Would you still go to them with their negative self, where they're telling you all the things that are wrong? You wouldn't. So why do we do that? Why do we look on our social media feeds and allow that to shape the way that we view our lives? Why do we let that be the lens? And there's nothing wrong with social media. There's nothing wrong with that. But, man, it's getting to a point now where, man, sometimes we just have to take a step back and say, man, Lord, I'm going to look at life through the lens that you've given me. Not through the world's lens. Not through culture's lens. See, when Paul has given us a different lens to look at, he's listing 6 traits, man. He's telling us to focus on what's true, what's honorable, what's right, what's pure, what's lovely, what's admirable. He's not asking us to deny reality. He's teaching us how to evaluate reality through God's truth instead of through the noise of the culture that we live in. So here's my challenge to you, church. Let us look at life through that lens right there, through those traits right there. I'm pointing to the monitor that's on the screen right there. I keep forgetting about that. Let's focus on that. What's behind me right there? Let's focus on that. And let's ask a question. Instead of asking what went wrong this year, I challenge you to ask yourself, where was God faithful this year?